Spurs fans, football fans, with all the mad reporting over the last couple of weeks with Tonali, Fernandez, and Vinay coming out giving it the mouth, I expected to see something of one of them coming out and saying we're looking for a striker. Media speculation. I expected a striker to be speculated about. Vinay, I expected him to say we're going for a striker. But nothing's come out in the news or the media. No Osimhen, no Jonathan David. And I'm thinking we could do with a striker, bruv. We could do with someone elite, couldn't we? ITK, someone. I'm finding it very curious that the media and everything surrounding it, the gossip mongers, the rumours, they've missed out the top of the field. The place where we need to put a striker in place. It's okay defending, but we need someone to score the goals. We can't rely on Richarlison and Solanke. We just can't. 2/17. We need a striker, bruv. We need to get some goals in. What do you think? Do you think I'm talking out my arsehole, or do you think it's a bit strange how every time they mention someone in the news, it's either a defender or a midfielder? Do you know what? Perhaps it is a little bit too early in the window, but we do need a striker. I'll give you Jonathan David and Osimhen as intelligent picks. Not personal favourite, just intelligent picks that might actually do something in the Tottenham setup under De Zerbi. And remember, I'm not a manager. I'm not a strategic mastermind. I've not got no coaching badges. I'm just a Spurs fan like you, absolutely worried about the front line. And this is what I'm worrying about today, the front line. I'm thinking to myself, we need to get a move on. We really do need to get a move on. Otherwise, what will happen is it'll be 3 days to the end of the season and we'll ending up signing blah, blah from blah, blah, blah club for blah, blah, blah amount, and we're going to get our fucking pants pulled down again. Van der Heck fought on, blooded, absolutely smashed to bits, and he was still standing. Do you know what? He sort of changed my mind about him. He's an hard man. Thank God for that. But 52 million and he was on a free next year. It does beg the question. We've either got very, 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 very clever directors in charge of bringing in players, or we've got a bunch of nutcases. That decision is yours. I've not got a decision on it. Whoever plays in the Tottenham squad's a Tottenham player. That's it. I was just giving you an opinion in a couple of my last videos about, are they really worth it? If they ain't all that. Perhaps they are all that in some people's eyes. So, who do we think? Or what position do you think the media will come out with next? It's got to be a striker, isn't it? I'd rather, while everyone's looking at the left hand, I'd rather Tottenham be using the right hand, and while everyone's saying the name Tonali, I'd rather them be talking to a striker, and someone in the Tottenham back rooms are laughing, going, oh, look at them all. They're talking about that, and we're going to get this striker, and we're going to make the Spurs fans are very happy. Hope again. See, we're relying on hope and loyalty. Loyal Spurs fans always hoping. Bergvall. It keeps being touted in the press Bergwijn is unhappy, and a 50 million bid has been put in for him, which Tottenham have declined. I'm a bit taken aback by that statement. 50 million for Bergwijn. If someone come along, would I sell Bergwijn for 50 million? I think I'd put a bigger price tag on him because of his youth. Would I sell him? I've got no opinions of would I sell him on. I don't know what De Zerbi wants to do with the squad. At the minute, it looks like we're going to have 6 at the back, or 5 at the back, or 4 at the back with 2 rotational defenders. Does that sound about right? He's looking for defenders who can push up the field and pass and do things that our defenders couldn't do before. And the hate for Romero is coming out again with the signing of Van der Heck. Do you know what? Out of all said and done with Romero, he ain't a bad player, mate. I don't see what these people are going on about. I'm not understanding what they're talking about. I really don't. They obviously are looking... They're obviously bigging up mistakes more than they're seeing his statistics and his passing ability. He only has to make one mistake and it's, oh, the world's collapsed. What about Van der Ven? All the mistakes he's made. He don't get as near enough blasted in the media or by fans when he makes a mistake. Danzo, he don't get blasted when he makes a mistake that much. Romero, it goes on for weeks and weeks, and the haters compounds and compounds. Not understanding why. It compounded last season when apparently he wasn't going to turn up at the game. Well, he was there, so everyone shut their mouths, didn't they? 2 days later, it was old news, all forgotten. That's what I'm saying about this. How fickle Spurs fans are and the media. So I'm not really understanding why we think Romero's bad. Nothing's been said about Paulinho, is it? Nothing in the press, nothing by Tottenham. Kinski's going to have a new contract signed. Or he's just signed a new contract, making him stay here till 2030 something or other. Word on the street is because we've got this new goalkeeper coming that he's going to be number 2. Kinski's going to be number 1. So obviously Vicario's going. Where is he going to go? It's a bit of a strange one, isn't it? Another strange one you can read about on the internet is Udogie going as well. So we just got rid of Valise, Basuma. Who do you think could go? In your ideal world, I joked and said sell them all, right? But in your ideal world, who would you want to see? You'd probably want to see the front line go, wouldn't you? And remember, you got Kudos coming back, hopefully. And you've got James Maddison back. I'm curious to know what Spurs fans think without going through the rigmarole of watching the platforms on YouTube and getting it influenced. Because sometimes you can get influenced. Even someone like me, you can get influenced. You watch a program, you watch 2 programs, you watch 3. In the end, sometimes you start changing your mind. You don't really notice that you're changing your mind, but all of a sudden you start thinking in a different way. So I've kept off of watching all the platforms. Social media, I'll watch for 3 or 4 seconds these Spurs programs, and then sometimes I'll do a video about it, right? So they're not really in depth having a pop, are they? They're just ironic and satirical and piss takey and bit of banter. But when you look at the football team, without stepping away from all the platforms, if you viewers can, because you viewers watch YouTube, and YouTube will just give you what do they call it, a CTR of what you want to watch. The algorithm will just push and push and push certain channels over. You only have to watch 2 channels twice in a week, and there you go. They're pressing you to watch them all. You can tell that by they've got a Spurs chart at the minute. Someone put on X the other day the Spurs chart of the top 20 YouTubers for Spurs. My good God, it's like parrot. If you actually looked on TikTok and YouTube at their actual content without watching the videos, all the videos are the same. All the videos are the same. I don't know how you can have 20 of the same thing. It's like pop charts having 20 of the same song, just a different cover version by a different artist. That's exactly what it is, isn't it? It's just cover version after cover version. And wow. See what I'm saying? You can be manipulated. Your mind can be manipulated. But I'd get rid of, I'd have to say goodbye to Richarlison. Thank you very much. Or maybe keep him. Maybe keep Richie and sell Solanke. Why would you keep Richie, John? Striker on the bench. You know, he's getting old, but he is experienced in certain gameplay. Maybe he's ideal to keep on the bench for shithousery. And in some games where the striker gets a knock and you want to bring him off. There's loads of different scenarios where you could keep Richie. Keep him fit, keep his confidence up, and sit him on the bench. After all, he's got some good goals behind him, hasn't he? Not a lot of good goals, i.e. his work rate of scoring the goals, but he does seem to get a goal every now and again. Is he worth keeping on the bench as a rotational striker? He's more worth keeping on the bench as a rotational striker for a knock on the main striker than Solanke. That's for sure. We have got a few other goal scorers who can score a goal in the team. It would be nice to play Porro in his proper position this year, wouldn't it? Instead of seeing him all the way back. And it just don't suit him as a player. He plays much better in the Spanish squad where he's allowed to step up and play up front a little bit more. Maddison, is he going to score some goals this year? Well, he's just coming back off of an injury. It's going to take him a good few games to get back to James Maddison. I've got a feeling, I've got that horrible sinking feeling that he could get a knock. He's only a slight guy. His strength's there. His heart's in the right place. But it's just whether he's getting to that age now where you take a knock and you got 4 games off 5 games. We don't need players like that this season, do we? I have had a gut full of injuries. Kudos, we played him to death when we bought him. Took a knock. There you go. See you later. Simmons, we won't see him. So that's another position we've got to fill. The Simmons position. Rotational player for Maddison. Porro. Do you know what? After the World Cup, and then straight away he's going to play in the pre-season games. I don't want to see that position worn out, and I want to see him played in his proper position. You doggy. We need a player there, don't we? We need a rotational player there. We need someone with a bit of experience. You know, is Robertson going to come in and help him? Is he going to be that player? Are they going to rotate Robertson and Udogie? See, one's young, inexperienced. Well, he's got a little bit of experience, but he's inexperienced in stepping up the next level. We want to go up the next level. And this is what I'm worried about. All the players we're bringing in is keeping us our head above water, right? So they're good swimmers. But what we need is someone who can swim, but also build an electric fucking super speedboat from hell that take us up that next level. Electric. You know it's gas powered, John. A petrol speedboat from hell. That's what we need. None of these players give us that, do they? Or do they? What do you think in the comments? You know, I'm very sitting here scratching my head thinking, oh, okay, we might have a next level defence, but that's not going to give us, like, games are won with goals. Not just not conceding goals. You know, you've got to score something to get one above the opponent, haven't you? And at the minute, as I said, the media, the speculation regarding the strike force ain't there, is it? It's just gone quiet. Perhaps we have learnt our lesson at Tottenham. Perhaps we're keeping mum. You know, we're being stum. We're being sneaky. Are we though? Are we being sneaky? The midfield as well. It's been strengthened with Senesi, isn't it? Robertson, you could pull back a little bit on that left-hand side, I suppose. I don't know how he's going to play. He plays a weird game of football, old De Zerbi. He does seem to get worked out quite quick. When he was at Brighton, he got worked out quite quick, didn't he? And people, good managers, seem to work him out and play a strategy that kept him at bay. Is he going to change it up? That was why I was pissed off with Ange, because he didn't change it up loads. He kept to that same, play this team, play that team, play that team. We was near enough a very similar formation and a very similar outlook, which is no slight on Ange. If that's the way the manager plays the football, then fair dues. But we didn't have the players to play that way that Ange wanted to play. Now, apparently, it's a reset, and all the Spurs fans are telling us, so we'll go with the general consensus of the Spurs fans. They're telling us that these players are going to bring up the levels. Yeah, 5 at the back. I keep taking the piss out of myself. What we go? It's just going to be a team full of defence, isn't it? Yeah, it's a fucking weird one, isn't it, this season? You know, coming 17th and then going into the transfer window with a new manager and the PR surrounding the new manager and the positivity from the fans getting behind the new manager because they think he kept us up. Just remember that even with De Zerbi, it went down to the last game. You know, you would have had to been epic to go into that last game and know we were staying up. It got down to that last game, that last goal, and relying on West Ham to lose, didn't it? I don't want to go through that again. I really don't want to go through that again. To be honest with you, it was fucking embarrassing. It was to be called a top 6 team. You've got another YouTuber who says you don't have to be in the top 6 to be called a top 6 team. Well, do you know what, love? I think you've got to play a damn sight better and not finish 17th twice, 2 seasons on the trot, for anyone to call us a top 6 team. We've got to play better, a lot better. We've got to not only play better, we've got to manage better. We've got to, ENIC have got to invest better, because they're just YouTubers. These people are just YouTubers. This particular person I'm talking about, she just talks about general football, and it's just parroted opinions from the YouTube, from the media world, and I'm taking nothing away from it. But we're not top 6. You can Aston Villa have took our place now, bruv. You know, they're managed properly. The players are playing much better. And it's a come down, isn't it? It's a come down for Spurs fans. And this is what we want to regain our place. You want to get there through hard work, don't you? And pride, and be proud of your football club, or be proud of your football team. It'll take a good many years to be proud of the actual football club as a whole, as an investment company. That's going to take some getting round in my head. If they do us proud this year and invest and not tell us any lies, it's going to take a lot of mental work, or just accept it and move on. But for these people who ain't Spurs fans, they're fans of another club, and they've not got a lot of life experience like a lot of us old uns have. We've seen ourselves go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. We've had the panic moments with Scholar. Birkinshaw walks out, you know. We had Sugar, and mate, we've had Jerry Francis, and oh mate, it's been a wreckage, isn't it? The whole way along, it's just train wreck, disaster, train wreck. Oh look, we've got a new fucking stadium. Train wreck, fucking disaster. One manager after another. So it would be nice, wouldn't it, to keep De Zerbi. And I've got another nagging fucking worry that De Zerbi's going to walk out in January. He's going to think, fuck this. They didn't listen to me in the last transfer window. And then as soon as January comes, he's going to think, I want this one, that one, and that one, because I've got injury A, B, and C, and I want them positions. And Tottenham are going to go, nah. And he's going to go, do you know what? You promised me this time, fucking 8 months ago, that you was going to back me. Every Spurs fan's worry, isn't it? Absolutely chaos. Anyway, have a good day. Take care. And like and subscribe, share, whatever you want to do. Have a positive day. And remember, life's full of suffering. So we'll endure it, and we'll work it out. We'll sort it out. And regarding the media, remember, the transfer window don't mean nothing to us Spurs fans. It's not the be-all and end-all of life, the transfer window. We'll always be Spurs fans, regardless of who comes in and who goes out. To dare is to do. Adios.